Hey everyone, good afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Melissa Frey here at Alaska's Weather Source, and we are now talking about our third winter storm of the season, and it is still October. Of course, our first storm that's also bringing in a wintry mix. We had the light snow at the early beginning of October, and then seen that big record snow here earlier this week, and now it's back at it again. We have already seen well over 2 inches of snow in Anchorage and climbing, and we're going to continue to see snow, potentially some freezing rain, and back to snow overnight tonight. This is going to stick with us all the way into early tomorrow morning. So I do want to get you up to speed. It is Halloween, and I know a lot of people have plans and things they want to get to later this afternoon and evening. Of course, kids are in school, and so school pickup times are going to be busy as we get into the second half of the day. So I just want to make sure that you're well informed, you're prepared, ready for what is coming, so you can make the best decisions to keep you and your family safe here this afternoon, this evening, all the way into tomorrow morning. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect for Anchorage, and this is a live view right now from Midtown, where we are seeing that snow falling as it has been falling since early this morning. Again, the National Weather Service reporting 2.5 inches had accumulated as of 10 o'clock this morning, but I do expect that number to go up significantly as it's continuing to come down pretty hard. 27 degrees right now, and we're seeing temperatures below freezing for much of South Central. So at this point, most of us still seeing snow. Those temperatures are going to warm later today. The other thing we're seeing are some strong winds out of the north, about 13 miles per hour. That is causing some blowing snow, which makes that visibility on the roads even harder. So you do want to be prepared for that. Here are the details, again, on that winter weather advisory that is in effect. This is for the Susitna Valley down into the Matanuska Valley, really from Palmer west through Anchorage and down to the western side of the Kenai Peninsula. Most areas, generally speaking, for everyone highlighted in purple, you do want to be prepared for 2 to 6 inches of snow. That's in the lower elevations. We will see more in the higher elevations on the Anchorage and Eagle River hillsides. Also more as you head up through Turnagain Pass. And then we're also going to see more depending on whether you get snow or freezing rain. So we do all have chances for that freezing rain late this afternoon and early evening before likely returning back to snow overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. This is a really tricky forecast because those temperatures are just sitting on the edge of that freezing mark. Here is some views here around South Central so far today. You can see that snow's really accumulating quickly down in Kasilof. As you head through Turnagain Pass, we are seeing snow and ice covered roads right there on Seward Highway. Again, yesterday at this time, these roads had pretty much been cleared from the first storm this week. So this is all fresh snow that we're seeing on those roads. Same story as you head down through Turnagain Arm on Seward Highway. Bird Point seeing snow and ice packed on those roads. So if you do have to travel between Anchorage and Seward or Kenai, you really need to be prepared for those winter driving impacts. As you head up into Palmer, drier conditions, not seeing much of this snow pushing into your area just yet. You are right on the edge of this storm, but as you head out through the Matanuska Valley, seeing more snow there, and we're still seeing snow and blowing snow along the Richardson Highway up into the Cop River Basin, and we'll see more in that area later today. Hey, I want to know, what does it look like where you are? I can see our weather cameras, I can see the weather stations, but the more reports I get, the better my forecast can be, and it's also just helpful to see what it looks like. So let me know, what does it look like in your neighborhood, and send those weather photos too, especially later today as we start to get some trick-or-treaters and hopefully the kids getting a chance to have some fun in the snow. Send those photos and those reports. You can do that directly from our Weather Source app. If you don't have it, it's a free download in the App Store, and you can just upload your weather reports, photos, videos directly through the app. You can also access that information on our website. Okay, here is the setup. up. We have this area of low pressure that is formed down in the Gulf. That's what's supplying the moisture for this storm that's moving across South Central. It's actually a part of this larger storm system that's moving through the Bering Sea. We had a front move through across the southwest corner of the state last night, and then this area of low pressure has developed out of that. We also have a third storm system that's pushing into the Aleutians, and we do already have high wind watches in effect through the Alaska Peninsula, and that storm's going to impact some folks as we head into the weekend, but we'll get to that one here in just a moment. As for today, again, Homer is seeing still rain and rain-snow mix, and Seward right on the coast seeing that wintry mix. We're also seeing mostly rain in Valdez and in Cordova. But just as soon as you head inland or further north, that is where we are seeing all snow. Again, across the Kenai Peninsula, across the Anchorage Bowl, up into the Susitna Valley, and just barely clipping Wasilla. Now, I want you to look at that pink line down near Homer. See the green to the purple? Green is rain, purple is snow, and the pink is that transition between where we call it a wintry mix. It's basically melting snow. See how that's kind of inching up Cook Inlet? We're going to see that warmer air slowly pushing to the north from the south, but it's also going to push in through Turnagain Arm. So two areas that we'll see chances for that warmer air moving in. Now, we have seen some extreme weather here in Anchorage and across South Central on Halloween. It's the time that we start to see some storms moving through. The warmest Halloween that we've ever recorded, 50 degrees. That was back in 1969. The coldest we've ever seen is 5 below. That was the case in 1956. This year will not be extremely warm or extremely cold. Again, we're going to sit right in the middle. But the wettest that we have ever seen in terms of just liquid precipitation is back in 1970. That's when we got 3/10 of an inch. Today, I do expect us to break that record. We're already inching close to it, and this is going to continue through the afternoon and the evening. We just have to get there by midnight, which I think is a strong possibility that we're going to set a new record, likely today, for the wettest Halloween that we've ever seen. Now, snowiest is 6 inches set back in 1983. We would have to get to 6 inches by midnight for us to break that record. That one's going to be harder to beat, but it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. The way this snow is coming down, if we were to stay as all snow through the afternoon and evening and not get any freezing rain mixing in, there's a chance we could get up to 6 inches. But because of that chance of freezing rain, that's going to limit those totals. So looking ahead, again, you can see the purple is snow, the green is rain, and you can see that pink line right there at about Homer, also between Whittier and Portage, and right on the edge of Seward. As we push into the second half of the day, see that pink line starts to inch up Cook Inlet. We start to see some of that mixing happening on the west side of Anchorage over the inlet. We also see some more mixing there near Palmer, Wasilla, also all the way out to about Big Lake. And then as we head later in, we get more of that mixing and even a period of rain potentially. Right now, that warmer air is over the inlet up into the Wasilla Palmer area, with most of the Anchorage Bowl still holding on to that wintry mix. So West Anchorage and South Anchorage, that's where we're going to see the most likely transition to that freezing rain in the second half of the day. Midtown, downtown, east side, some mixing certainly possible, but the further east you are, the closer you are to hillside, climbing in elevation, the better chances that you'll hold is all snow. Now notice Kenai, Nikiski, Soldotna, Sterling, all the way up to the pass, still seeing all snow at this point. And then as we move into those later evening hours overnight, temperatures start to drop and we see cooler air moving in. That will help us to transition back to snow overnight into early tomorrow morning. So whether it's snow or freezing rain, it is going to be a tough evening commute tonight, and it's going to be a tough morning commute tomorrow. But again, it just matters how much snow you'll actually get versus freezing rain where that warm air sets up. Again, most likely locations to see the freezing rain are West Anchorage into Palmer and Wasilla, and then also closer to Portage and Girdwood. We see that light snow continuing through the morning morning commute tomorrow, and then it's really just the coastal areas that continue to hold on to precipitation into Friday afternoon. Hey, if you're watching from southeast, you don't have to worry about any of this yet. You're still seeing dry, sunny conditions. Actually should be really pleasant for the trick-or-treaters in Juneau tonight. 43 degrees right as that sun is setting, and temperatures only dropping into the mid-30s overnight. For the Kenai Peninsula, again, right at that freezing mark for those of you in Kenai and Soldotna, but back up close to 40 degrees in Homer and in Seward. Again, along the coast, you will likely see rain and at times a snow rain mix. But as you head north and inland, that's where we see better chances for all snow and quickly accumulating snow. Across Prince William Sound, it's mostly rain. Back up near 40 degrees. Even overnight tonight, temperatures continue to hold above freezing for you. Light snow beginning to push into the Copper River Basin. Temperatures all below freezing for you. And as you head up into the valley, again, right at that freezing mark. So again, be prepared for that brief mixing to rain and snow in the second half of the day. But then temperatures drop back into the upper 20s overnight tonight. Again, you are in that winter weather advisory all the way through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Anchorage, again, seeing snow with that brief period of mixing to freezing rain, especially for West Anchorage and South Anchorage. East Anchorage, right now I'm expecting you to stay mostly as snow, if not all as snow. Again, temperatures briefly warm into those low to mid 30s, and then we do drop right back into the upper 20s overnight. Again, we're done with this storm for Anchorage north. Once we get into Friday midday, temperatures do still warm. In fact, we're back into the low 40s as we head into this weekend. Coastal areas will continue to see wet conditions through the weekend. Here in Anchorage, the Valley, and Kenai, we will see chances for a light wintry mix late Sunday into Monday, and then again late Tuesday. Those storms both look less significant in terms of how much moisture they're bringing, at least as of right now. But again, we will continue to watch that very closely. So again, that's the setup. Again, a pretty extreme Halloween. We want everyone to have a fun Halloween, but of course want you to stay safe and just to be prepared so you know what is coming. I'm starting to brainstorm what are some good Halloween costumes that have an umbrella and some extra tufts, or at least a full snow gear. I might go as a skier later on tonight. Again, as you look at those conditions up into the mountains, we are seeing quite a bit of snow accumulating. This is what it looks like in Eagle River, and you can see those snow flock trees there. So again, everyone have a fun and safe Halloween. We will be with you all afternoon and evening here at Alaska's News Source. We'll keep you updated. Should there be any road closures, any business or school closures, of course, we will have that information for you right away here at alaskasnewssource.com. And we'll see you later today. Be safe.